Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. Today, I'm breaking down the final month of December. We're going to break down the opening weekend box office of December, which was December the 1st to the 3rd. We're also going to break down the overall 2023 and 2024 domestic, and we're going to take a look ahead to a pretty lukewarm box office weekend domestically here in the United States. So my name is Max Dinenberg. Welcome back to Max Talks Movies. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, this show every single Monday, as well as other movie franchise rankings. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on this weekend's box office? Why didn't Beyonce's movie even get close to Taylor Swift? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want to see more concert movies in the multiplex? Also, please like the video, the thumbs up button. Before we get into this video, I do want to say I'm very sorry for everyone that I have not posted a video in over a week. I did have a medical issue that happened to me personally last week, and I was not good enough to film even close to anything last week. I didn't go to the movies. So this week I'm going to get right back on track and posting videos pretty consistently. So I'm all good. Everything is good. I'm back to normal, but I did have a health scare last week and now I'm back to normal. So let's get talking about this box office weekend. Starting at first, we'll talk about the overall weekend domestically from December 1st to the 3rd. And the Beyonce movie, a film by Beyonce, the Beyonce film opened at $21.8 million this past weekend. Again, nowhere near the smash hit that was Taylor Swift. But still, this is really solid numbers. AMC Theaters is the studio technically that is behind both Beyonce and Taylor Swift's films. So they get the money back, which is really nice as well. But this is really solid for Beyonce, but I still believe that it really does depend on timing. Again, Taylor Swift was the most popular person in the world when her movie hit. And while Beyonce is still an absolute star and a legend and all of these things, she's not the most popular thing going around at the moment. So I do think for concert movies moving forward, it's all about timing, which sometimes can be out of your control. When you're releasing a movie, I still think that these will be offered because they are making good enough money at the box office. Again, these are just bonuses. Again, reports were that Beyonce made nearly $600 million, or that tour made nearly $600 million. So this money's kind of cherry on top of a really phenomenal tour by her. So still, she's making a lot of money off this tour and film, but it's definitely nowhere near the height of what Taylor Swift brought in just around a month and a half ago. In second place in its third weekend is The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes in its third weekend, dropping 51% though, making another 14.1 million. This film's up to 120 domestic. Again, this film is a far cry from the original 4 Hunger Games films in the 2010s, but this still gives hope that there is hope out there for more in this franchise. Again, we're in a pretty much dark days lately at the box office, and for a film to even gross over 100 million domestic is now seen to be a really good thing. So I do think that this film shows that if they want to do more Hunger Games films, I'm sure Lionsgate would love to do more, or even a series. But again, they've never gone away from the book. All of these movies are based off books. And Suzanne Collins has no new books out of this franchise. So the question is, will Lionsgate wait for Suzanne Collins, or will they go on their own and make films and shows without any source material? That should be really interesting for that franchise moving forward. The other big hit of the weekend is from Tokyo with Godzilla -1, a huge hit. I think domestically, 11.4 million. It was played in 2,300 theaters. It got a lot of social media attention. Now, it's been a really good time for this franchise. Again, the MonsterVerse is still going strong with that Godzilla versus Godzilla Kong trailer that hit this over the weekend. I'm currently 4 episodes into Monarch, which is in that MonsterVerse show, and Godzilla's briefly in the show, and I will have a review for that later in the week, which I'll explain to you at the end of this video. But 11.4 is really solid. Now, it's nowhere near the height of the MonsterVerse films. So still being international does not make a huge hit here domestically, but they got enough people talking to go see it. I'm really interested in seeing its second weekend drop because I think a lot of word of mouth could get more people in the theater to see this movie. So Godzilla -1, it comes in number 3. Trolls Band Together, Trolls 3 comes in number 4. It made $7.8 million in its third weekend, dropping 56%, 75 million domestic. I think we're kind of shocked that Trolls, this movie just has not blown up. I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about it. And it's definitely doing better than the other movie animated film that's on this list, which we'll get to in a second. But this is not a smash hit, but a really solid one for Universal. I'm sure this movie will do really good over the holidays when it hits PVOD, and then eventually when it hits Peacock. So Trolls Band Together is at 4, and at 5 is Disney's Wish, which in its second weekend dropped 61%, $7.7 million, 42 million domestically. It is a rough month for Disney, and they already just announced this week that they are going to stop announcing numbers for the Marvels. So that movie will not reach $100 million. It's by far the least successful Marvel film. And now this and Strange World back-to-back years, just a rough year, a couple of years now for Disney animation. The word of mouth is not there for this movie. We'll see if Disney rushes this one to be on Disney Plus by Christmas, because I don't think it has many legs to come here with not really good word of mouth from the box office. Overall, this year, Barbie is number 1 at the domestic box office of $630 million. Super Mario is at number 2. Across the Spider-Verse is 3. Guardians 3 is at 4. Oppenheimer is at 5. Little Mermaid's at 6. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is 7. John Wick Chapter 4 is 8. And Sound of Freedom 9. And Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, is 10. So far, so with the Hunger Games getting into the $100 million club last weekend, we now have 21 movies this year into the $100 million club. 7 of those are in the $200 million club. So you can see that's a club that you do want to be in. Now, it doesn't mean that your movie is successful, but it's definitely one that you want to be in. As I said, the Marvels will not reach this. Megan's the closest one right now at 95 million domestic. And then looking at worldwide numbers this year, Barbie's on number 1, $1.4 billion. 2 Super Mario's number 2, $1.36 billion. Oppenheimer, $953 million is number 3. Guardians 3 is at $845 at number 4. Fast X is at number 5 with $714 million. Across the Spider-Verse, which got a huge bump, number 1 on iTunes and number 1 on Netflix since its release. It's at $682 million domestically. And then wrapping up the top 10 is Little Mermaid at 9, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is at number 10. This week, there are no wide releases hitting theaters this upcoming weekend. So opportunities for Hunger Games and for other films, even Beyonce, to get more people, as the box office has not been good really for the last couple of weeks. We'll see if nothing coming out will help people check out some of these movies. The biggest movie that's hitting a limited release is the very much Oscar play in Poor Things, the new film from Yorgos Lanthimos, who directed The Lobster and The Favorite, which was nominated. The Favorite, which was nominated for multiple Oscars, starring Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo. Huge favorite this season for Oscar season. So if you have Poor Things playing near you and you're a big Oscar fan, definitely go see that. It's hitting limited release this upcoming weekend. And this is kind of the last lull, because starting on December 15th with Wonka, we have some big movies hitting theaters to end the year. So that is my box office breakdown for this week. Upcoming videos on the channel. After episode 5 of Monarch comes out this week, I will be doing a non-spoiler recommendation type video for Monarch. After seeing the first 5 episodes, I do want to do a spoiler breakdown when the series concludes, but I will do a halfway kind of mid-season review of Monarch. That'll come to the channel probably on Friday. Hopefully, I'm also going to probably try to catch up on some of the Netflix original films that just hit the service in the last 2 weeks. So stay tuned for those reviews. More reviews are coming to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.